Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Baldur's Gate video. We're over halfway on all the classes. So, we'll be doing another class overview. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you everyone for supporting the channel. And if you can continue by leaving a like, comment, subscribing, anyone sharing this type of stuff, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's grow this channel hopefully to 1,000 subscribers by summer. Right, I do stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I do have my own Discord, which you can check out, links down in the description, and join it. And if you want to see something else on the channel, you can let me know by leaving a comment. I read them all. But with that said, let's talk about the class that we're going to talk, and it is, yes, guessed it, it is Druid. Well, most of everybody know what Druids are. But for some people that don't know, Druids channel the elemental forces of nature and share deep kinship with animals. By mastering wild shape, they can change into different beasts from all over the realm. Your level would determine which beast you can transform, right? So, let's get into it. At first, you get 2 cantrips. The best ones, personally, would be the Shalath, which transforms your club or staff into a magical, which deals 4 to 11 bludgeoning damage. You can use your spellcasting ability for attack rolls. It is a bonus action for your cantrip. Another decent one that you can do is Thorn Whip. It is an action, so be careful with that. If you don't want to use that, you can use something like Poison Spray. Or if you're not gonna use Shadowheart or don't want her to run Guidance, you can run Guidance yourself, which is pretty good. So the Shalal, what I butchered, I apologize, and Guidance are good cantrips. Now for your stats, you are a Wisdom based character, so something like, let me see, this would not be too bad. You don't need strength really, 16 dexterity allows you to have decent armor, or decent armor class, and have higher intuition, initiative, 14 constitution, so you can be tanky. You can switch dexterity and constitution, have 14 dexterity and 16 constitution, or you can have 16 dexterity, 14 constitution. Intelligence is not really needed. Wisdom is where your damage comes from, and charisma if you want to be able to have a decent time being not necessarily a party of the face, but being able to pass some of the persuasion checks. Then for your skill proficiency, that depends on your build. Most of the time will be nature and animal handling, just because you're Druid, you're all about nature and stuff, right? That's about for level 1. Mind you, there are 3 different subclasses, but as always, we will talk about them at the end. But let's continue. At level 2, you get a few more stuff, but not much huge stuff. You get your specialization bonus, right? The level 1 spell slot, and then ignore the wild shape stuff. That is depending on your subclass. So we'll skip that for now. But let's talk about your spells that you get. You get a bunch of them. Personally, I would definitely recommend Speak with Animals, because if you're not gonna have somebody do that, it'd be really nice for you because you get it no matter what, so you don't have to have another class specialize into it, So, personally, Cure Wounds is not bad. Ice Never is pretty good. Darn the Wave is not bad. Good Berry, not necessarily huge. What you can do is also take a healing word, so you have 2 heals, one on action, one on bonus action. Right. Now let's talk about level 3. You get your health increase, your level 1, level 2 spell slot increase, along with some more spells. Now, ignore Asmodeus Tiefling stuff, that's depending on your race, right? Also, on your level 3, you get some subclass stuff, but the spells you can get are level 2. Out of them all, Bark Skin is not bad, but if you're shapeshifting a lot, that's kind of not necessary. If you don't shapeshift, you know, Flame Blade is not bad if you want to conjure stuff. Hold Person is always huge. Stuff like Flaming Spear if you want to, you know, do a little bit of summoning. Spike Growth, not super amazing, but also not bad. And Moonbeam is probably the biggest damage you're gonna get because you go down a beam of light and you can move it 18 meters in any direction as long as you have concentration for 10 turns without costing you an extra spell slot. So you cast it costing you a level 2 spell slot, and then you can move it for 10 turns without costing any more. So that is pretty big. Remember, you need to have decent concentration or be able to pass the concentration checks. Right. Now at level 4 you get a free wild shape, and that is this two. Right, not this two, Deep Proth, that you get for free. That Raven is the subclass one. Deep Proth is pretty much you assume a shape of Deep Proth. I'm not sure what it is, but you assume a shape of it, you know. Depending on what subclass you go with and what kind of build, it might be good, might not be pointless. You also get an extra cantrip, level 2 spell slot, and more health. Cantrips, honestly, that's up to you. You know, resistance is not bad. Thorn Whip is also, and Poison Spray if you want to. We'll go resistance for now. For your feats, ASI or ability score improvement is pretty big because it will allow you to get your wisdom up to 18 if you want. Alert is also good because you get more initiative, so you go have more chance of going first, right? Besides that, it will depend on your build, but stuff like you know, Tough is not bad. But again, if you're shapeshifting, Tough might not be good. Again, it's all in your build. So for just sake of being neutral, we'll go with Alert. Right? Then you get an extra level 2 spell slot. So like Glass Restoration is not necessarily huge. If you like pushing people away, especially in Act 1, Gust of Wind is also pretty cool. But we'll go with Whole Person because that is my favorite. Now, at level 5, we get more health. Level 3 spell slot, Wild Strike, and a bunch of other beautiful stuff. Right? But some of this stuff, you know, are, well, none of this stuff are for different subclasses, but depending on your subclass, you get more. So, the Tiefling doesn't matter. Level 3 spell slot. Unfortunately, you do not have Fireball. So something cool like Cold Lightning is pretty huge, you know. Cold Lightning allows you to lightning strike all targets within certain range, and for 10 turns, apologize, you can call that lightning again without expending a spell slot, which is pretty massive. Definitely take that one, you know. The cantrips also do more damage at level 5. Now at level 6, well, you get more health. You get to Wild Shape into Panther, which has 45 HP, and it's pretty nice. And Owlbear, which probably is the more fun one. Primal Strike is a subclass, so ignore that, but these two are pretty fun. Probably Owlbear is more fun. You get an extra level 3 spell slot and more health. Level 3 spell slot, personally, you can take Sleet Storm, you know, but what you can also do is protection from energy or Plant Growth, you know, which will cause their moves to be quartered. Now at level beautiful 7, get some more goodies. You get level 4 spell slot and more spells, as you can see, a lot, and then health. So for level 4 spell slot, Gasping Wine is not bad, but not the most fun. Woodland Being, if you want to summon, Minor Elemental is pretty good for that. Stone Skin for you know, for tanks. Ice Storm is pretty big for damage. Wall of Fire is pretty fun, and Blight is also. But we'll take Ice Storm. because you can combine it with some stuff and make it pretty fun. No? But if you want to do more damage, the Blade is a bit fun as well. But we'll take Ice Storm, just because that is pretty cool. Like I said, because you can make some nice combination like water and Ice Storm, you know. Now at level 8, you get more health and an extra level 4 spell slot. The Saber-Tooth Tiger, we know that that's subclass specific. You also get a feat, which will take ability score improvement to get our wisdom to 18. If you had 17 wisdom when you started, because you decided to go 17 instead of 16, you get onto Ethelhair, putting you 18. With the ASI, you'd be up to 20. Yeah, that's up to you. For next level 4 spell slot, personally, probably take Wall of Fire, just to zone enemies out. Level 9, we get level 4 spell slot, level 5 spell slot, bunch more cool spells, and more health. For level 5 spell slot, you have pretty big Mass Cure Wounds, pretty nice, a lot of healing. Wall of Stone, not necessarily fun, big or fun, because it is, well, not magical solid stone, but it doesn't do damage. You can get Insect Plague, you know, which gives them damage. You can get a wonderful Conjure Element, which has a pretty few of them, and they stay there for, I believe, until they're dying. Not sure if they go away on long rest. Apologize if they do, you know. And then Great Restoration, you know, but honestly that's not really worth it. Probably the best one is Conjure Element though, and Insect Plague. Now at level 10, we get more health, level 5 spell slot, and some more beautiful stuff. Right? Ignore the wild shape Dilophosaurus, Air, Merman, and then, well, the elementals. Ignore them. But you get improved wild strike, which makes you make 2 additional attacks after making an armed attack while in wild shape. So if you are shape shifting, you get 2 more attacks if you use an armed attack, which most of the time you will be making an armed attack, so you get to do more attacks. Right, for cantrips, again, that's up to you. As you can see, you can do 3d12, making you do 3 by 36 damage. Spells, honestly, that's up to you. Right. Now level 11, you get your first level 6 spell slot. You get more health, you get a bunch of cool spells. You get stuff like Hero's Feast. You and everyone can be poisoned, diseased, or frightened. Your HP increases and you make wisdom saves with advantages. Wall of Thorns, pretty fun, you know. Heal, which gives somebody healing, is not bad. You get Sunbeam and Windwalk. Personally, Sunbeam, it's kind of like a Moonbeam, but with sun, you know. It is pretty fun. Does radiant damage, same as Moon, but you can see it's level 2, so unless you want to expand bigger spell slot, Sunbeam will do more damage, right? Now at level 12, which unfortunately I don't have, you get an extra feat and you prepare spells. Right. But that's it for the basic ones. Now let's talk about subclasses, right? For this one I went with the Circle of Moon, so we'll do it later. So let's talk about Circle of Land. Circle of Land is, well, Druids of the circle connect to the powerful magic that flows through the earth and binds all living things. So at level 2 you get Natural Recovery, which replenishes your expended spell slots while out of combat. Right? And you can only replenish this, recover this by long rest. You also get bonus cantrips. Right? Level 3 you get second level Circle of Land spells. You get like Whole Person, Spike Growth, Invisibility, Pass Without Trace, Web, Misty Steps, Darkness, Barkskin, stuff like that, you know. Level 5 you get level 3 spell slots like Sleet Storm, Haste, you know. Cold Lightning, Plant Growth, Lightning Bolt, Stinking Cloud. It just depends which stuff you take. For example, if you want Cold Lightning, you will have to take Forest one, which will give you Cold Lightning and Plant Growth. Or if you want Sleet Storm and Cold Lightning, you take Coast. Level 6 of Circle of Land, you get Difficulty Terrain, Landslide, which means terrain no longer slows you down. Level 7 you get level 4 Circle of Land spells. Right, like Swamp will give you Blight and Grasping Wine. Desert will give you Blight and Wall of Fire. Again, just different one will give you different. Level 9, same thing, level 5 spell slot. Things like Underdark will give you Contagion and Cloud Kill. Force will give you Mass Wound and Contagion. Arctic will give you Contagion, Cone of Cold, you know. Level 10 you get Nature's Word. You can't be charmed or frightened by elementals and fae. Disease and poison no longer affect you. Right. Now let's talk about other subclass, Circle of the Spores, which is viewing death, necrosis, fungal growth, and sporulations as just another part of life. You can manipulate such as spores to augment yourself and harm your foes, kind of like Mycanoid colony creatures. At level 2 you get Bone Chill. There's an additional cantrip, and you get Halo Spores, which is massive. Oh, not that one, sorry. Symbiotic Entity is the one that's huge. But Halo Spores allows you to unleash necrotic spores on a target that deals 1d4 damage. You can also use this as a reaction. The Symbiotic Entity, which is the huge one, which gives you 4 temporary hit points per Druid level, and your weapon and non-attack deal an additional 1d6 necrotic damage while you have them. And then casting Hail of Spores deals double damage. Right? But it ends when you lose all your temporary HP. At level 3, you get Blindness and Detect Thoughts. At level 5, you get Animate Dead and Gaseous Form. At level 5, so you can make this kind of like a summoner with Animate Dead, and then another thing which will be at level 6, which is Fungal Infestation, you know, which allows you to target a beast or human or corpse and raise a zombie until long rest. It counts as a reaction. You have 4 charges at level 6, and they replenish at long rest. You also get increased damage for your Halo Spores. At level 7, you get Blight and Confusion. At level 9, you get Cloud Kill and Contagion. Level 10, your Halo Spores does 1d8 damage. You also get Sporadic Spores, which requires Symbiotic Entity to be active, which you should have active all the time, which will allow you create cloud within 9 meters or 30 feet that deals 2d8 necrotic damage per turn to all enemies in the cloud. And it lasts 10 turns or until your Symbiotic Entity ends. Right? That's it for that one. Now let's talk about a lot of the more people's favorite is the Circle of the Moon. Circle of the Moon are, well, they're all about transformation into different creatures. Now at level 2, you get Lunar Mend, which allows you to expand spell slots to regain hit points while in Wild Shape. You also get Combat Wild Shape, which Wild Shape now uses a bonus action instead of an action. You get a bunch of Wild Shape like a bear, the raven, right? And a few other basic ones. Each one does different things. Level 6, you get Primal Shake. While in beast form, your attacks count as magical for purposes of overcoming resistances and immunity to non-magical damage. Right? Level 8, you get Saber-Tooth Tiger, which is pretty fun. Right? At level 10, you get different elementals like air, earth, fire, water. Right? So that's pretty much it for that. That's all the stuff, well, pretty much majority of the stuff for the Druid. I hope this helped you kind of understand the Druid class, maybe figure which one of the subclasses you want to go with, and if Druid is for you. Did you enjoy this? Do leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't let me know down in the comments if you play Druid, and if you do, what is your favorite subclass. But with that said, don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.